Young Life basketball is incredibly different from our other camping experience, that it is tailor-made for predominantly young men of inner city and urban backgrounds. The tool of basketball is leveraged to communicate Jesus in a way that these young men can understand.
When we look at this camp, it is a journey and a process to manhood. We get a chance to begin a journey while they're at home, facilitate and speed up the journey while they're here, and then take them back home and continue the journey in the neighborhood.
Using the tool of basketball, sport allows us to be able to focus on discipline. It allows us to be able to concentrate on hard work. It allows us to be able to recognize teamwork, how do you lead, how you follow. And so we get an opportunity to do that in a very practical way.
The drills that I provide, they're very strategic and they're very hard, but I let them know that it can be done, and that's why I demonstrate everything I do. So when I show them, they can't say, well, it can't be done. No, I'm showing you. So that forces them to say, you know what? I'm gonna buckle down and do this. If you wanna be a basketball player, what are you willing to sacrifice? And the work that I provide, you're gonna have to sacrifice your body.
Club is a fun way that it really engages two or three things. It is music, it's singing together, and it is humor. It's giving kids the opportunity to laugh at life in a way that's actually funny. The last part of that is introducing adolescents to who Jesus is through the nature of God, person of Christ, the purpose of Christ, the passion of Christ, and then now how do I follow Christ? And so you put all of those things together in really a short hour and 15-minute to hour and a half window, and voila, you have a recipe for the beginning of kids following Jesus for the rest of their life.
Doesn't mean that you're not gonna mess up again, but it does mean, regardless of where you are, man, he's gonna be right there with you.
Pull it down. We teach young men how to tie a tie. We provide our senior males with suits because they're now transitioning from high school. If they're not going to college, they're entering the real world. And so we believe that every man should have at least one or two suits.
We've been leading kids through surveys talking about test-taking skills, what they need to be successful on an ACT or an SAT. It's the principle of the day that gives them an opportunity to think. There are very few camps that can say not only do they focus on sports, but they focus on life skills.
Everything that we do, from the basketball, from the spiritual, from the academic standpoint, it all encompasses building men.
That's right.
We've seen young men come here broken, young men come here shattered, and we help them understand that there is a God who loves you, that despite your circumstances, despite your situations, you have value and you have purpose.
We are not the only men who can add value to these young men. There are several of you that you can be a part of building men, and your investment in this camp will help young men do some things that they did not have a vision or a picture for until you got involved. But the payoff is watching young men engage and begin a relationship with Jesus that we are able to follow up when we get back in the neighborhood, and then watch the progression as these young men become older men and become the leaders of the children we don't yet have.